These are the best glove knife combos in CS2. Not only am I going to cover some really cheap ones, but I'm going to work my way up and then not only what the most expensive ones are, but what I think are the best looking ones in the entire game. But for starters, the Arboreal gloves. These are some of the cheapest and best looking in the game in my opinion. The Boreal Forest skins are also incredibly cheap, which can allow you to get a much more expensive knife since the knife skin is so cheap and the gloves are only like 50 bucks as well. But before we get into everything, let me tell you how to actually get these gloves and knives. CSGO Empire has a ton of skins listed at cheaper than buff price, and you might be thinking, isn't that a gambling site? Partially, but not entirely. They have an entire marketplace dedicated to peer-to-peer buying and selling with 0% fees, and if you sort by the best deals, you'll easily find stuff cheaper than buff. As you can see here, these gloves are 3.36% off. You can easily flip them for profit, and Empire also offers any deposit method you could think of, including many different cryptos and real money options. And you're able to withdraw with all of these options, including USDC, which you could turn to cash instantly. Of course, there's no wager requirement on any deposit either, so be sure to check them out with that link in the description and start getting skins for cheaper than buff today. But next up, Sports Gloves Field Agents in Field Tested. These are really nice as they tend to work with a lot of different skins. Anything with gold on it like lure knives or tiger tooths are really good, so it can work for a variety of budgets and even cheap Dopplers as well. They're all around a good glove and they fit with the majority of skins in the game. I'd say they're a good like starter pair, just an entry pair if you have a bunch of random skins and a couple different knives. Moving on, Sports Gloves Omega in Field Tested are a really nice pair too. They are getting kind of pricey, a bit over $500 in Field Tested, but still, they're really clean. And just like the Field Agents, they work really well with gold knives, so if you want to save and get a cheap tiger tooth or go all out and get a karambit lure or something, both work for you. But slightly above that, we have Imperial Plaids in minimal wear, which I love. You don't have to pay 5 figures for Pandora's boxes, and these look incredibly good with cheap knives like ultraviolets as well, which I wasn't even a fan of until I saw how good they look with these gloves. So sure, they're kind of expensive in minimal wear. You could drop down to Field Tested and they're much cheaper, but if you got an ultraviolet knife, if you're looking for a cheaper knife to pair a nice pair of gloves with, this is a very good pair of gloves to get. Now where things start to get pretty expensive. Vice gloves are without a doubt the best standout gloves in CS2. They match perfectly with fade knives. The pink on the knives looks absolutely incredible with the gloves. Not to mention, you could also pair it with phase 2 Dopplers, which can save you some money if you get something like a Bowie, or you could always just go all out, but this is definitely my favorite. But finally, I want to mention Amphibious gloves. If you're looking for a really top-notch combo, these look incredible with the new Dopplers and Sapphires, but Sapphires are kind of scuffed right now and are probably going to get changed. Either way, in minimal wear, I really recommend these gloves as sure, they're very expensive actually, but they don't really look that good in Field Tested. They're really scuffed, which is why I only recommend them in minimal wear, but I still had to mention these absolute juicers. But yeah, as always, if you enjoyed, be sure to get these gloves and knives quick and easy today with that link at the top of the description. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.